Alright guys, how are we doing? Today we are doing a recap on the week from 27th of April till Friday 1st of May. And yeah, let's start on Monday, or right here, Monday. So on Friday we created this, we were in this third candle of the gap right here. And let's go to the New York Open. Okay, so right here 9 a.m. what do? We sweep this low right here. Let's see on the 50 minutes. Okay, we open right here. We already came into this bearish gap. We respect this first, this low right here, and then basically did nothing for the whole AM session. Yeah, we had this bearish gap right here, didn't tap into it in the AM session. Overall, Monday was very slow, and yeah, the reason it also was very slow is because this is a third candle, and we can see it was creating a gap. So now we go to Tuesday. Okay, right. Tuesday right here. Let's see. Let's go to 9:30 open. 9:30. Where's 9:30? Here's 9:30 open. Okay. So we already came into the gap before the open. Right here. Daily gap. Daily gap. On the 4-hour, what did we have? We had this bearish gap right here. 4-hour gap. And on the 1-hour, did we have something on the 1-hour? Yeah, we had these lows on the 1-hour. We tapped into, on the 50-minute, we tapped into this 50-minute gap, and then we continued from that, but then we rejected lower again. And when I saw this respect right here, I'll show you guys. We had this 1-hour gap, 1 hour, and we tapped into it before the open already, as we can see. But at the open, that's when we just rejected from it. And I wanted to take a trade, but I didn't, because we already tapped into it before the open, and then we reject from it one time, and then we come into it again. So I wasn't too convinced. Unless if we took out this high like this and then broke the low, I would have entered, but that didn't happen. So we took this out, and then we slowly moved down again. And right here we also had this 50-minute gap going lower. The reason why I didn't take this is, one, it's outside of the AM session, just outside, so wasn't too bad, but we already reached this context target and also this low, and we can see the third candle right here. The third candle right here was just wicking those speedy rays, and we were really struggling staying below that. And as we can see, we eventually just reject up higher. And yeah, that was Tuesday. Now we go on to Wednesday. Wednesday 29th. Oh, going too fast. Okay, Wednesday 9 a.m. So at 9 a.m. I did my analysis, of course. We had this 4-hour gap, and I think we also had CPI, or no, it was FOMC. I don't know if it was Wednesday, I think, yeah. So we were already in this tricky price action. We were in this gap, respecting it. We were in this bullish gap. So on the 1-hour, also very slow price. We had these lows, and yeah, what did price do? Price opened right here, and we swept this 1-hour low right there. Then we pushed up higher, and I wanted to see if we can get a retrace into this 15-minute gap, but of course we did not get that. We got, I mean, a trade that could have that I could have taken as well would have been something like this, Stop loss right here and targeting a 1 to 2. The reason why I didn't take it because the 1 to 2 was very far, and also we had FOMC, so I didn't want to trade before that. And as we can see, price was very ugly in a daily gap, and then we were in a 4-hour gap and also in this bearish 4-hour gap, so it wasn't looking very nice. And when price is tricky, you want to stay away from the charts. So yeah, then price eventually did not even reach the target. It was very close, and then we just started rejecting lower, as we see. And after, yeah, this was a FOMC, I think. Yeah. So the earnings, there were earnings of Meta, Google, and Nvidia, I think. Yeah. So after those and after FOMC, price just launched up higher. This is Wednesday at night, and here we can see price dumps. Price was very weird, if you ask me. It was just going up and down. It's like a meme coin. Let's see. Oh. Where's 9:30? Okay, this is 9 a.m. right here. We were not respecting any of the gaps right here. We were disrespecting this. So meaning we could go higher, but where do we go higher from? We don't have anything to go higher from on the 4-hour, nothing on the 1-hour as well, just this gap right here. What else? On the 50-minute, we already tapped into this gap, and we had these lows right here. And what did price do? We opened and we came down lower like that. And I wanted to take a short from this, preferably right here, when we were creating it, but I already saw like, okay, this candle is a big candle going down, so this is a breakaway gap. And let's see, where's the breakaway gap? Oh, there's no breakaway gap. Breakaway gap. And yeah, what does price do? Price just reached the target, and then we just we just stayed there a bit before continuing higher. And as we can see, we took the low already, so we don't want to trade from this. And yeah, price just reject up higher, and we reach a new all-time high, I think, as well. Right, there. Let me see, right here. Boom. And we reach new all-time high, and then we open higher. And this was on Thursday, so still no trades from Monday till like Thursday. I mean, the whole week was very slow, like ugly price, very slow. So yeah, we go to Friday, 1st of May. Let's see. Okay, we have the open right here. If I'm not mistaken, we had a 4-hour gap. Yeah, tiny gap right here. We tapped into this gap and rejected from it. And as we can see on the 4-hour, nothing was holding us back from going higher. So what will price do when nothing is holding us back from going higher? It will just go higher or consolidate. But as we can see right here, we create a 50-minute gap out of the 4-hour. And this was at 7 something, 8 a.m. I don't think we had any news that day. And yeah, price just created that gap, and then we rejected from it, going higher. And then we created this massive gap, as we can see. And I marked down this gap right here. Wanted to look a long from that. 5 minutes, we consolidated. We left this high open. We swept it before right here, but we left this high below it. So we came into the gap, but the thing was, this was at 10:30, and we were also in a 1-hour third candle. So I was waiting for this basically, because if we see the 50-minute, we tap into the gap, but we reject very low from it. And on the 5-minute, we had this gap, which was holding us back. So you really had to find your way. and often that means that price is a bit tricky and can often just take you out before going to your target. And right here we can see it's 11 a.m. right here, so I was just waiting to see if we can trade from this gap right here, which is not a bad idea, but instead we just went up and we even disrespected this 15-minute gap. Let's see, 15-minute, and it was already outside of the AM session. And yeah, we can see price took out this high, and then we even got this big ass candle going down. And yeah, that was pretty much Friday. No trades from me. We also had this retracement on the 5-minute. I don't really trade those, so I'm not mad or something that I didn't take it. And yeah, overall pretty tricky week. There was some trades, but glad that I didn't take those. Why? Because most of the time those trades are just not as high probability, and yeah, maybe they would have played out this week, but next week they could result me in losses. So I'd rather just stick to my plan and only take trades I fully stand behind. And yeah, this was the last week of April. And yeah, next month we have May. And yeah, overall tricky week. And yeah, we'll be back next week with a new recap. Hopefully we get a better week. I think price is clearer. We're also in a monthly right here, so it will be a little bit tricky, but yeah, we'll do our best to stay patient and follow our plan. All right, thanks for watching.